That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Brian O'Halloran.
Jason David Frank.
Humberto Ramos.
Please do not change channel.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. That way you can keep coming back over and over to hang with us and our fantastic creative guests in the arts and entertainment world. I'm Allison Murray, and right now we're in Ithaca, New York, hanging at the Buffalo Street Bookstore with author James Allen Ross. Thank you so much for hanging with us.
Well, thank you for asking me. I really am excited.
I'm really excited about this. So tell us about your book, ForeverGreen.
So ForeverGreen is a book about a group of middle school kids who arrive to the first day of 7th grade to the news that the newest member of their class has gone missing. Oh. And so what they do is they kind of band together and they sneak all over this little village that they live in to try to find out what happened to her.
Okay, little mystery there. What was your inspiration to becoming an author?
I've always just really loved stories. Books, movies, television is something I've always been into. I've always had kind of a creative side. Mm-hmm. I worked a lot with people, some in music. When I was in high school, we had a television show that we did weekly. So I always kind of had that creative enthusiasm, and it just really seemed like an outlet that I wanted to pursue.
When did you start writing?
I very first started writing when I was very, very little. I remember in 2nd grade I'd written a story, and I actually read it in front of the class. And so I've always kind of come up with stories, always.
Cool. Does writing energize you or exhaust you?
That's a really good question. For me, I never really experienced writer's block, so I can't say that it exhausts me because I don't write unless it's there. I don't ever set aside at 9 o'clock tonight I'm going to write. It's always just once it's there, I stop everything and I sit down and I do it.
Oh,
and so
nice.
I guess it's energizing.
Yeah, cool. How do you balance making demands on the reader and or taking care of what the reader wants?
Well, one thing I've read long ago was if you're trying to write something to cater to readers probably won't like it. So, and also that in that same place I read that was the advice to just write what you would want to read. So I just write stories that appeal to me with the hope that it'll appeal to other people as well.
Are you a plotter or a planster?
I guess I'm a plotter. I've gotten to where I've gotten a lot better at making an outline for my plot, which kind of makes the plot work much better than if you don't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there anything that you find particularly challenging in your writing process or style?
Yeah. The biggest challenge for me is getting it down from here. Your imagination is so rapid. At least mine is very rapid, and so that's, like I said, when I get the idea, I have to stop and I have to get it down, because if I don't, I'm always afraid I'm going to lose it and I won't be able to get it back.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember the first story that you ever read that impacted you?
The first story that I ever read that impacted me? I can tell you the first story that I ever heard that impacted me. It wasn't in a book, but when I was probably 12, I guess, I happened to be up late because I was home from school with an illness, and I happened to catch the pilot of Twin Peaks as it aired. And as a kid watching that episode, it gave me a feeling that it was just phenomenal. And I've always kind of clung to that really kind of eerie feel that created in me, and I've always kind of longed to recreate that.
Nice. Do you have to do a lot of research for the kind of books that you write?
Yeah, so the book I'm writing now definitely had to do a lot more extensive research. For ForeverGreen, it was really, ForeverGreen is a book for middle schoolers, but it's driven, I believe, by emotion and relationship.
Okay.
And those are things that we research our entire lives, you know. And,
That's true.
For me, what makes a story great is the connection that you have to the characters. We've all had relationships with people, with family, with friends, with significant others. Whether they're good or bad, we draw from that, and that's how we connect to a character, is through those shared experiences.
All right. So you are working on a new book. You're working on the Paranormal Mystery Series.
Yes.
Tell us about that. How exciting.
Yeah, so this is something that I'm really excited about. The story is about a high school girl named Dylan who has a very dark history. And she's searching for answers and resolution to this dark past. And she's convinced that the only way to find those answers, rightfully so, is through paranormal investigation. So she is a paranormal investigator, and this aspect of her life has become the only consistent part of her life. She finds herself now in a new town, at a new school. She's living with a grandmother that she hardly knows, and down this long dirt road that's lined by cornfields, she's found an abandoned house. And inside this house, she's found something that she believes is going to lead to resolving this dark past that she has.
Oh, it sounds so good. Almost like a movie.
Yeah.
Would you ever like to see your books into film?
Yeah, of course.
Who wouldn't, right?
Who wouldn't? Yeah. And in fact, you know, that's, for some reason, whenever I write, I always see things as a movie. I don't know if every writer does that, but that's just kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
And when I read books, you know, that's how I see them too. So I think it's a pretty normal wish, I think, for authors to
I
hope
think
for
so
that.
too. So what's coming up for you after today? Any more book signings?
I'm actually going to be at the Nickel City Comic Con in Buffalo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'll be part of the Horror Fest there. That's a 3-day event in May. And then in June, I'll be at the Rochester Comic Con as well.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, good. And where can people find you and your books?
You can find my books on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can find me on Facebook at James Allen Ross. And I update that pretty frequently with a lot of different ideas and things, and people are following the page and seem to be interested in the content.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Do we have time for a game? We like to play games on this show, James.
Uh-oh.
I am the game girl.
Uh-oh.
We have 2 games. I'll let you pick. We have Never Have I Ever or Dirty Minds.
Never have I ever, I guess.
Oh, yay, I like that one. Okay, we're just going to pick a card at random.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick one for me.
Okay.
And then we're going to try not to embarrass ourselves too much.
That'd be great.
You want me to go first? I'll break the ice.
Sure.
Okay. Never have I ever been paid for sex. Never have I.
Okay, never have I ever French kissed my pet.
Oh my goodness.
Not guilty of that one. Never have I ever.
That was a good one. Do we have time for one more? We have time for one more, he says.
Okay, I can't wait. So what's the red ones?
I have no idea.
I'll stay with the blue.
Yeah, me too. We don't know. Okay. Never have I ever pretended not to see an elderly person so I wouldn't have to give up my seat. I never have done that.
Oh, good.
I'm a very sweet girl.
Never have I ever had my parents walk in on me having sex. Never.
That's happened.
Never have I ever. Thank God.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. We've had so much fun hanging with James today. I'm Allison Murray, but before we go, we would like to give a special thank you to all of our partners at Krypton Radio out of LA, Famous Faces and Funnies Off the Chain Radio with Yvonne Mason, Space Coast Comics, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services with Heather Reed, Green Kingdom Entertainment Services at Gelston Castle in Mohawk, New York, and our great friends at Someone Unique Magazine. These are the folks that share our videos all over the World Wide Web, and we hope you will too. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what you think of today's show and our guests. You can also check our guest links below. Remember to subscribe, log on, and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next. Thank you so much,
Thank
James.
you very much. I really appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.